Okay, so welcome back to another video, guys. So this here is my 1986 BMW 325i. This car is SR20DET powered, and it's running on a link ECU and a bunch of link sensors. So today I'm just going to be going over a few things that I've noticed that are wrong with the car or need addressing, and how I plan to address it. And I'm just may tackle a few of them today. So starting off here, the wiring. So you can see fuel pressure sending unit. We have the igniter and everything else just dropped into there and tie strapped into place. So it's my intention to use the existing harness, and I hope to, if they're in good condition, so knit this up and take it from there. Hopefully we'll have a cleaner product when we're done. Moving on to the inside, we have this is the glove box. I've just taken it apart a little bit, and we can see the link ECU here and the wiring. So as you can see here, it looked like it was done neatly some time ago, but someone went in and I guess made some temporary fixes which became permanent. So I hope to neat up this entire thing. Secondly, this car has a fuel pressure issue, so whenever the car goes into boost, fuel pressure will drop from the 300 kPa, which is about 43 psi. It will drop all the way down to about 200 kPa, so we're losing about 10 or 15 psi going into boost. This car does have a brand new AEM 340 LPH pump, but I'm going to investigate all of that. I hope to take it out today, look over the wiring, look for the pump. It has some fresh lines, regulators are good, so I hope to tackle that. That is going to be my main concern for today, fuel pressure. It also has a slight overheating issue, but it appears the radiator is clogged, so that will be addressed elsewhere. I'll be taking the radiator out and take it to a shop to get cleaned, or may just throw on a new radiator on there. What else? I've also noticed this car has some suspension noises somewhere in the back. I think it's the right side. Whenever it goes down into a pothole or something, you hear a metallic sound, so I need to investigate that. What else? I think these are basically the, oh yeah, and we have a vibration from the drive shaft. Well, I knew this from before, but the engine is not aligned properly, so what I need to do now is to just loosen up the mounts, and I think about 2 or 3 degrees I need to move the engine about, so that I can get the drive shaft to be straight, and that will eliminate the vibrations. Alrighty, so first up I'm going to tackle the fuel pump. It's under here, under the back seat, so just going to pop this out and make quick work of removing the fuel pump. Alrighty, so after a few minutes I have the pump out, and you can immediately see the issue. So right here, this piece of hose is supposed to mate the feed line to the outlet of the fuel pump, and apparently someone used the wrong type of hose. So as you can see, this one is all swelled up. I haven't seen any cuts. Yeah, but more than likely is leaking somewhere. So wrong type of hose on this one, right? So should be a quick fix. Get right to that. Okay, so what was supposed to be a 15-minute job has taken me 3 hours. So recap, had to take it down to the welder to add a piece of metal here, since this one is too big to fit the hose. So we added this piece and tried to clean up the wiring a little bit. Now next up, I just need to install this and see if I solve the fuel pressure issues. Alright, so it's the next day. So after that I ended up replacing the busted fuel line, connecting the top of the fuel pump to the, I guess, the fuel lines assembly, whatever they call it. And took it out for a drive late last night and still loses fuel pressure. So today, when Jaden gets off the ground, we're going to go back and I'm going to pull out the fuel pump from my Civic. It has a no name. It's a Chemso fuel pump. So the BMW has a AEM 340, and the Honda has a no name, aka Kenso eBay 340. So I'm going to try swapping the pump to see if the problem is the pump. After that, I'm not sure to check. Might be the fuel pressure regulator, but don't have another one on hand to swap in, so we're going to do the fuel pump first. Alright, Jaden?
Yeah.
Alright, so the Honda is here. Hasn't moved in a couple months, so it's gonna rub in. Like I said, we're gonna be rubbing the fuel pump out of this one.
A fuel pump.
What's that?
A fuel pump.
It's called a fuel pump?
Yep. I thought the man need fuel to get a tie strap.
Yeah, you need tie straps as well. Alright, so got the Kenso fuel pump out. Next up, I'm gonna be tackling swapping it into here. Should be a quick job.
What's up, guys? I have the 2 fuel pumps.
Alright, so in case anyone is wondering, side-by-side comparison of the AEM 340 and the Kenso 340. These pumps look almost identical, even down to the connectors. The connectors are the same. Yeah, the AEM has, what's this? These 2 thingies, I'm not sure what that is for. Yeah, but it essentially looks almost the same. Obviously there's a huge price difference, but gonna go ahead and throw in the Kenso to see if it fixes the issue.
And also, the brown one also has a circle one, so it actually has less fuel than the one in the one that's sticking at the hole.
Okay. Okay, so we have the cover back on. I should have shown you guys this, but I already tested it for leaks. First thing I noticed is that the Kenso fuel pump is a lot quieter than the AEM. You can almost barely hear this one. Right, so next I'm going to prime it a couple times, pressurize the lines, and then we're going to fire it up. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to fire it up, and we have my laptop open, so I'm gonna look at fuel pressure. But although the fuel pressure only drops when it goes into boost. Vacuum usually is pretty fine. So let's go, cold start. Okay, so off the bat I'm seeing that the fuel pressure is a bit higher than normal. Typically with the AEM pump it would be around, this is differential fuel pressure right here. It's normally about 310 kPa, 305, 310. So we have about, let me see if my math is correct, about 4 psi more. Right now, off the top of my head, I would say this is roughly 48 psi. Okay, so just gonna allow it to warm up, and then I'm gonna take it out for a quick drive to see if that fixed the problem. So battery voltage is a bit low. That's another issue I need to fix. Right here is showing an error, low battery voltage. Battery voltage at the battery is about 13.5 volts, but at the ECU it's about 1 volt. So I need to investigate that. So again, just a couple more things to check out. Okay, so just gonna confirm that this is working. Jaden is inside doing some online schooling, so I cannot take the car out because he's alone in the house, so I'm gonna do the next best thing. This car's 2-step is set on the horn button, so I'm gonna just keep an eye out on fuel pressure, hope that it doesn't drop below what it is at now. So I'm just going to hold the horn button and activate 2-step. It should build up about 8 pounds of boost. Let's see. Alrighty, so fuel pressure is rock steady now. Let's try that again. Beautiful. Right, so that's essentially going to fix it. Hopefully this video wasn't too boring. I don't think it was. So I'm gonna try to do a lot of that. Gonna have Jaden involved because he's getting pretty interested in cars now, and I hope this to be a project for the tour, Jaden and I, to do. So we have essentially now fix the fuel pressure issue. So next up, radiator and then wiring. But this is where we're going to cut it off for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a comment down below or like or something, and catch you guys in the next one. Till then, stay safe.